What's good with you guys, man? I'm back with another YouTube video today. And today we got another paternity core reaction. I just want to say, before we get into this one, thank you guys so much. We're at 217 subscribers at the recording of this video. Let's get to 300 before the end of the month, man. 300 before the end of the month. That would be crazy. But you know what I'm saying? It's all up to y'all. It's up to y'all if y'all been liking the videos. And I know y'all have been. So, you know what I'm saying? Actually like the video. You know what I'm saying? If you like the video, like the video. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment if you want to discuss something. I'm up for discussion. Because if I feel like I say something, I feel like whatever come out of my mouth is right. So if you want to say something to me and they comment like, hey, I disagree with what you said, you know what I'm saying? Don't come at me like no asshole, though, because that's the type of way you get blocked. But, you know, you know what I'm saying? But if you disagree with what I say, and some people do, and they come at me and they ask me questions in the comments and I answer them. But don't come at me and be like, you dumb, you stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like whatever I say is right. So, shit. Me 15 years from now, I feel like 30-year-old me is going to support what 15-year-old me is saying. Simple as that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, we passed 200 subscribers, man. All my social medias are in the description. If you want to follow, you know what I'm saying? You should. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this one. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, hold on. If you can see by the title, this is part 1, right? This is a 2-part video. I don't know if I'm gonna post both of them today and just like separate them like 5 hours apart, or if I'm just gonna post this one today and then just schedule it for tomorrow. The part 2 for tomorrow. Who cares? Y'all will see.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Hinton versus Waddell and Waddell.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Mr. Hinton, you say that a brief affair with the defendant's now deceased mother resulted in their birth. You say you lost touch with the children after a tragic accident and have spent the last 25 years trying to find them and prove you are their father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Waddell, you and your twin brother say Mr. Hinton is a stranger who popped up out of nowhere claiming he's your father. You say you've always known that Mr. Walls is your dad and you want Mr. Hinton to move on with his life. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hinton, I'll start with you.
Shit, the way that just sounded, they sound like they don't like him. So if he is the father, that's going to be pretty awkward.
Why do you believe these are your children?
I was in Columbus, Ohio at a flea market. Somebody came up and tapped me on the back of my shoulder. I turned around and looked. I didn't recognize her at first. Then she looked at me like, this is Tanya. And then it clicked for me right then and there. So we did our pleasantries and we hugged. So I said, well, why don't you come over tonight and we'll do some talking. So I came over that night and I talked to her. At the time we was talking, there was kids running around the living room. I mean, just running around like kids do. And so there was 2 kids, basically, a boy and a girl. One time they both stopped at the same time and looked at me. Okay, and next thing you know, the boy just took off because he was in his own element doing what he was doing. But the daughter, she ran and jumped in my arms. And I said, boy, she don't want to never leave me. Then her mother told her, well, she probably know that you are her father.
What?
He's not my father.
And that little girl was Ms. Waddell,
Yes.
Marilyn.
Yes.
He's not my father, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Waddell, you disagree?
I totally disagree. I literally only heard of this man 3 years ago when he messaged me through Facebook and claimed to be my father. So...
She is mad confident. You don't know what your mama was doing? The hell? Like, what?
You don't remember that encounter?
Not at all. Not at all.
She was only about 2 then, so she wouldn't remember.
The only thing that I remember is I do remember when I was a little girl and my mom let me go with a man who I called Mark. I didn't even call him Dad. I didn't call him Manny. His name was Mark. He just took an interest in me and my mother just let me go with him. We would just go to get ice cream, we'd go to the park, or, then he would just bring me back. And I just remember one day that he just literally came and was like, this is the last time I'm going to see you. I'm moving away, and I never saw him anymore. And that was Probably about a year or so before my mother passed.
So you met a man named Mark.
And it wasn't like a long time that I was even seeing him. It wasn't like it, when I say a long time, like years, that this man was involved with me, this Mark man.
That's not true, Your Honor. Because the fact of the matter is, once she told me right then and there, I took the responsibility. This is my child, okay? Now, mind you, I have to tell you a little element that at the time, she did not tell me that Marshawn and Marilyn were twins. So I did not know this.
Why would she not tell you that?
I don't know.
That we were
Even to
twins?
this
That
day,
makes
I
no
don't
sense.
know. They weren't identical twins, so it just didn't click to me, okay?
So wait, you claim you were there and you took responsibility after the mother said you the father.
Yes.
But Ms. Waddell testified that she got picked up and spent time with a man named Mark.
Mark.
Your name is Emmanuel.
Right. Well, I'll tell you the reason why I'm behind that, and it sounds kind of weird, but trust me, let me walk you through this. At the time in Columbus, Ohio, I don't know what it was a big boom. There's a lot of males that were named Emmanuel. I knew 6 people named Emmanuel myself. So I didn't want these people to keep, everybody in the whole city, keep interfering with me thinking I'm this Emmanuel and I'm this Emmanuel. Mark is my middle
That doesn't
name.
even make any sense. Like,
Mark
you
is my
gonna
middle
change your
name.
whole
I can show
name just
you.
because there's...
Wait a minute. So you're testifying that you are Mark.
My name is Emmanuel Mark Hinton.
Jerome, let me see that ID.
I went
But
by my
even-
middle name in there because I just didn't want the confusion.
Even if you went by Mark, and even if you went by that, and
This
my mother
ID
told
says Emmanuel M. Hinton.
No.
Emmanuel Mark Hinton, yes.
Hold on. Let me go into the file, because this right here,
Even if my mother told you that you weren't my father, when I was spending those weekends with you, why didn't I call you dad? Why was it Mark?
You did call me.
Didn't she just say she was like, how old was she? During this, like, how does she remember this?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
Never
did.
call. I've
Like I
never
said,
called
you
no
was
one
2
dad in
years-
my
you was
life.
2
No, I
years old
haven't.
going into 3.
You
Okay,
told
that's a lot
me-
of things.
all right,
told
let's
me
get
like
some
that.
order, because in my court records, I just pulled up Ohio Public Records in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes, I do see you listed here as Emmanuel Mark Hinton, and you also go by Mark Hinton.
This holiday, get the phone everyone wants on the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Switch now and save $700 on Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. And select unlimited plans include Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Only on Verizon.
If you want more episodes, you are that Mark.
Yes, I am. Always have been.
And you're shaking your head, Miss Waddell. You don't believe that's the Mark you were hanging out with?
No, Your Honor.
As I was like, my family has always told me that I always heard Reynard. I've never heard Emmanuel Amanda. I've always heard Reynard. I mean, I didn't meet Reynard until I was 25.
Yeah.
So altogether, I was like, who is this Reynard? I've never heard Emmanuel. I've never heard Emmanuel. I've never heard how to, until I just got older.
Since I was about 16 years old, my family members have always told me that Mr. Walls over here is my father.
You've always been told Mr. Walls is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you do admit you were allowed to spend time with a gentleman named Mark.
Yes, Your Honor. And it was just me. It wasn't, my twin brother wasn't there with us. It was just me.
But you testified, Mr. Hinton, you never knew they were twins.
I never knew they was twins until shortly before the accident. Her mother had got into a really bad car accident. Prior to that, that's when I was over there to pick her up one weekend, and I brought her back on Sundays like I normally do. Me and her mother sat down and talked, and then, because I kept asking her, I said, why do she keep saying twin? She said, twin this, twin this. And I'm saying, because they don't look alike, whatever case may be. So she said, well, Marshawn is her twin, which is also your child also. So right then and there, I let her have it. Why didn't you tell me this then? Okay? Because here's the thing about it is that something happened prior to all this. Marshawn was no longer in the household, but I let her have it because now you telling me I have a daughter, and now I have twins.
We're 33 years old.
But
So if you are our father, why would you wait all of this time?
Long to find
Why would you wait all of this time?
Like,
Me and my twin, we grew up in foster care, and we were even separated. We were separated at 9 years old. Where did you go?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. I feel like that should never happen. I don't care about, I feel like it should be a package deal. Like the president, like whoever in office or whoever control that, the senators or whatever. I know I paused it on the ad, but they need to fix that, bro. Like, you shouldn't be able to be separated from your twin. If you got a foster mom or foster parents, they got to take both of y'all. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's not right.
We've learned to savor the moments that were always there.
This holiday, switch and save $700 on Galaxy S20 Plus 5G, only on Verizon.
I don't understand after 33 years why you just come in all of a sudden and, you know, you find me on Facebook. You say you were looking for me all this time. I've been in the same place.
Mr. Hinton, can you answer Ms. Waddell's question? You see the tears in her eyes. You see the pain. These two young people been through a lot. If you are Mark, why didn't you find them? After their mother's passing, what happened?
This is the thing is,
I remember
I was there at the hospital the night before she died. And she just started crying uncontrollably. And I sat down right next to her, and I told her I would take care of them. Don't worry about it. Because everybody, we knew that she was dying.
Well, you didn't take care of them, so why would you even make that type of promise
so
to
you
her?
have this moment, this profound moment with this woman before her passing.
Yes.
And you say, I will take care of them.
I would take care of them. I was going to find him
But
some
you
way,
didn't.
somehow.
But you
So
didn't.
what happened?
The night, the wake of her mother's funeral, I was there that night, okay? I had Marilyn with me already during that day. We wound up going there to the wake together.
That's a lie.
I was at the
I was
funeral,
not
too.
with you.
Yeah, hold on. This is a big inconsistency right here. Because who don't remember their mother's funeral? And I think earlier she said she was 16. Yeah, 16. And yeah, you gonna remember your mom's funeral, bro. You gonna remember that. You gonna remember that whole day. So yeah, this is a big inconsistency right here.
I remember
Yes,
exactly
you
who
was.
I was with. I was not
Yes,
with
was.
you.
But anyway,
when
like I was
wasn't.
saying, Your Honor, I didn't have myself together. So I went to the family member who had custody of them. I said, look, I'm going to Cincinnati. I got a job offer. Give me 6 months. I'm coming back to get her.
And
Point
he never
blank.
came back.
Now here's the thing.
He claims that he was there, that he was there at my mother's death, but that makes me very upset, extremely
there.
upset. So I feel like if you were there when my mother died at the hospital on her deathbed, and she told you she wanted you to take care of us, take care of me, whatever, where did you go? Why would you just leave us there? Why did we have to grow up the way that we did? That makes no sense to me.
He wasn't there.
There's literally no excuse that he can give me on why he wasn't there, especially when he keeps insinuating that he was there when my mother passed.
He was at the
He was
hospital
at the
or the
hospital,
funeral?
you were at the funeral.
He wasn't there.
And then suddenly you just disappeared. You weren't there anymore.
This is what happened. Like I said, I asked the guardian, give me 6 months. I'm gonna come back and get her. It took me 7 months to get my.
Nigga, what do you mean 6 months? Ain't no goddamn 6 months. I get, as a man, you gotta make some tough decisions. But you just told this woman that you're gonna take care of her kids, right? You just told her you're gonna take care of her kids. They don't have no parents because you're gone. So basically, it's just them and their family member. Like, nah, bro. How you gonna? Nah, nigga, you take care of your kids, bro.
Stuff together. Okay, I came back up on the weekend to come to get her, and I told her point blank to the guardian, I said, I'm here to get Marilyn. She told me, you're not gonna get her. I don't trust you, I don't know you, you're not gonna go with
if
him.
we're twins,
I was there with
at
Marilyn.
this point he knows that we're twins, right?
My foster
So if
family
he-
bought me there. I had a foster family that bought me there.
But you wasn't there when I came up to get her.
If we're
You wasn't there.
twins,
Yes,
why
we
didn't
was.
he
We both-
why didn't he come back to get both of us 7 months later?
7 months later.
Yeah, why would you just say I'm coming back to get Marilyn?
Because he was not there.
Okay.
I was there.
I'm not gonna take one and not take the other.
I'm a single mother. I struggle, but I'm not just gonna leave him or just put him in foster care, let him go over, A, B, C house just because I can't take him. We gonna struggle together.
You're breaking the cycle.
Yes, I'm
with your
totally
son.
breaking the cycle.
And,
so.
and
But there wasn't a cycle there, Yana.
well,
What's the
this,
cycle?
Because here's the-
well,
It was
Mr.
definitely a cycle.
Hinton,
I tried.
Hold on. There may not have been a cycle for you, but you must acknowledge that these young people have been through.
I agree. I acknowledge that as all.
But we would not want any child to have to go through. They were separated and separated from their family. Now, with that said, I want to understand your testimony clearly. It is not that you didn't come back. When you came back, you say the person who had guardianship over them said to you, I don't know you, I don't trust you, this wasn't written anywhere, you not on the birth certificate, you can't take them.
She told me, you need to leave my yard, get out my space, I'm gonna call the cops. I went to family services and told them exactly, this is what the plan that we had. I am the father. She told, her caseworker told me, said that this lady had called us to say that this man in Cincinnati, claiming to be their father, saying they're gonna come back and get him, I'm not giving it to him. So Children's Services took the kids out of the home for whatever reasons it was happening, but they were all gone. Okay, so now, where is my child? I need to know where my child is. Okay, so I decided that I'll go back to Cincinnati. I hired a private detective.
What did that investigator come up with? What intel did you get from that?
Well, that private investigator came back. She had been moving around quite a bit, to a point to where...
This nigga said he called a private investigator. Nigga, you should have did a DNA test right then. We shouldn't even be here now. Currently in this story, I don't know when timetable this is. Right now, the part he's saying right now, he should have got a DNA test. Fuck is the private investigator gonna do? The fuck? This isn't a murder, nigga? Like, what?
Somewhere on the East Coast, she went somewhere.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Even somewhere down south, I think Texas or something like that. Somewhere down in there, and a couple other places.
I told you that I moved to Texas.
Well,
I told you I was there for 1 year. Your investigator didn't know that. I was only there for a year. So I didn't.
Before you told me that, I already knew this stuff.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
But anyway, I tried.
So once you hired the private investigator and you didn't come up with anything, you just left it alone?
I mean, after...
Hold on, we're 12 minutes into this video. Why hasn't their supposed dad that's sitting down said anything? Lauren, like, the judge need to ask this nigga, do he remember all of this happening? Like, where was he? Like, nigga, I want to hear this nigga say something. It's a whole part 2 to this video, so.
I'm talking about almost $15,000. After that, I gave up the private investigator because, like I said, I just couldn't keep affording to do that. Some years went by, and it's like, I'm despondent because they are my heart. They are who I am.
That's some fucking cap, nigga. If they were who you were, you wouldn't leave them for 7 months in a foster home or whatever.
They're my legacy.
Well, your heart,
you know, they're my legacy.
You popped up 3 years ago.
It doesn't matter if I popped up 3 years ago or 3 minutes ago.
It does matter. Yes, it does matter.
But I've always been there.
It matters.
I've always been there.
Stadia is a gaming service by Google, and it's totally free to try on devices you already own. That's right, you won't have to buy any expensive hardware to play the latest and greatest games. Head to stadia.com right now and get started with your free month trial.
He just said that he had a private investigator or whatever. We were literally in the same city the whole time.
If they was, I didn't know.
There's no reason why you should not be able to find. There's no reason.
But how am I supposed to know this?
If you were not on our birth certificate, whatever, if we went to the foster care, when you went to Children's Services to try to get us to whatever, and you say that you were our father, they would have easily given you a DNA test. It's not like they want us. It's not like they like hoarding us like kids or whatever.
Miss Waddell, I have to stop you there because I know you are speaking from a place of intense pain, but this is a very important legal lesson that we often have to explain in this courtroom. And when you are a man and you are not on the birth certificate for a child, you have absolutely no legal right.
But could he just go and say...
No.
I wish it was that simple. I really do.
We were even on TV at one point, me and my twin brother. We were up for adoption. It was something that was called Wednesday's Child.
I remember
and
that.
they featured that every week. And we were on there multiple times. Like, boom, there you go.
The fuck? Is that an auction? The hell? Is that an auction for children? What the fuck?
Oh, we're up for adoption. You could easily, I want to adopt these kids.
Let me explain something. I completely understand why you feel the way you feel. I do. But I do completely understand how he could have not seen you on TV. You don't know, he may have even worked during the time where they aired that particular segment. You just don't know. But what is so tragic and so sad, and I just feel so much here, is it was like you all were just on parallel paths that wouldn't intersect.
The fuck? Okay, I guess that's the end of the video. I don't know why the hell it's just black. But that's the end of part 1 of this video, man. These videos, I don't know if I'm either gonna post it tomorrow or if I'm gonna post it today later. But you know what I'm saying? I'll see how the first one does, and then I'll drop the second one. It depends. But made it this far, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.